This next game is going to be against Kasiva, who can be a bit difficult because of the shadow creep just constantly ticking on your minions and the ability to ping off some of your smaller minions. A lot of your minions only have 1 or 2 health, and if a shadow creep lands under your obelisk, it's going to tick every turn because you don't have the option to move off it. So, right away, we're kind of hit with an ooze and then an ephemeral shroud to really take a lot of the power out of our packs. So, in this situation, we're just going to lose the packs, but they just traded 2 mana for our 2 mana. And in this situation, I'm not really sure what the correct play is here. I replace my cards, and I'm just left with 2 obelisks to play on this turn. I know that the ooze can just go attack it for 3 if it decides to go that way. I know that a general can attack it. She doesn't have hero power, so she can't kill it right away. But you see that the creep landed under this and is going to constantly be ticking down on this. When she plays Shadow Sister, once someone plays Shadow Sister in a position where I can't easily kill it, the game shifts entirely. Damage to her face at this point, especially because I'm mostly dealing them in chunks of 2, pretty much stops mattering. There's just no way to win a race with this Shadow Sister on the board. So until this is removed, you're not trying to race, you're not worried about damage to her face. If you have to do it because your dervishes are going to die anyways, so be it, but the damage to her face has almost no value. So in this situation, what I want to do is kill this ooze and then deploy some more minions, either the 4 mana Primus Shieldmaster or the 2 in the 2, and just flood the board with Wind Dervishes and Iron Dervishes. So I'm going to move up to allow this Dervish to influence the board right here, preventing me from just having to take 3 damage to my general. I'll move forward and attack her, but I'm moving forward so I can place this Primus Shieldmaster because she can't kill it out of hand, even with the 2 from the on board, with the 2 from her general, 2 from the Shadow Sister, and the 1 from the Abyssal Scar. So there's a chance that this survives for a turn and will allow me to kill this Shadow Sister, who is, like I said, making it impossible for me to race. Instead, she summons the Spectral Blade artifact, which is very, very strong, and will continue to keep her health high. You'll see she goes right back to 25 after killing that, and plays a Scorn. But the Scorn does damage to her artifact, so her artifact only has 1 charge left, and her Shadow Sister only has 1 health left. So we're in a position where we can use this Fireblaze Obelisk to make these trade with the Scorn, and then what we're going to do is choose to deploy the packs to try to run down this minion to make it so that when the dervish is summoned, this can't get away. We want to kill this so we can start racing. We kill the artifact because killing the artifact is very important. It doesn't allow her to kill off these minions over here, easily at least. And we also have this other obelisk. So this is controlling the entire center of the board at this point, which is very important. She plays the Grasp, which I don't think it's a ton of value here. She could just kill off the 2 minions over here anyways. And I think what she wants to do, if you're going to play Grasp, is to kill the packs first and then try to kill all 3 of the dervishes that spawned around here, even though they don't position well enough for that. She plays Spectral Blade, so I'm at 10 health now, which is not very high. But Kasiva doesn't have a ton of out-of-hand damage other than Spectral Revenant, which is going to be 6, or 4 if it can just hit a minion. So I need to be aware of that. And 6 plus this 4 will be lethal. But that will take her entire mana next turn. So as long as I can get this artifact off, I don't have to worry about dying next turn. In most cases, there's probably some scenario where I do die. But we're going to try to play around things that are likely to see play. You can't play around every scenario. So don't try to think of every situation that could kill you unless you're in a game that's definitely won unless you die. If you're in those games, do think of every scenario and try to play around those. Make sure your opponent has as few ults as possible. But in the average case game, you can't afford to make suboptimal plays based on the idea that your opponent might have a very strong, unexpected follow-up. So you just want to play around the average case deck that you'll be facing, and that will help improve your percentages. When you get to be skilled enough where you can start making the next level plays, then that's when you start considering what's every card they could have and how do I play around that. So right here, our goals are kill the Shadow Sister and get this blade, spectral blade, off the board. So I'm going to move in a position where I can box myself in with dervishes and obelisks. I'm just going to summon as many things as I can, and then here's where you're going to see the inner oasis, just pumping up these iron dervishes and these obelisks to make them. These were close to dead, and now all of a sudden she's going to need a lot more time to kill them. I'm going to go down to 8 because, like I said, the Revenant can only deal 6 if it hits me directly, or 4 if it hits a minion. And once this is removed, she'll only have 2. So if she were to place it down and kill, she place it here. Excuse me. I don't even know where she could place it exactly. If you were to place it down and then kill this minion and attack my face, she could still only deal 6 to me. So now we have on the run, we have a kind of a barricade around our general. We know that we're relatively safe, and she just gives up.